And this story of the day for North East Wicklow, and that is planning permission has been granted to Wicklow County Council by An Bord Pleanála for a 13,000 square metre retail and cinema development at the heart of Bray's Main Street. And we're going to hear from the Cllr of the Bray municipal part of Wicklow County Council, Stephen Matthews from the Green Party. You're very welcome, Stephen. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning, Declan.
I think I read that out in 1995, maybe 96, 98, and 2000, and here we go again in 2017. Planning permission has been granted to Wicklow County Council, blah, 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 for the Florentine Centre.
Yeah, Declan, you'd be right. There's a long history to this site, as you're well aware, and as most people in Bray would be very well aware. Going back as far as 1991, I think. But this time is different, and we own the site in its entirety now. The Bray Town Council made that very brave and smart decision to buy that site in its entirety a couple of years back, and now we've secured planning permission on it. So that gives us an element of we still have a hand of control over that site there now for entering into negotiations with whoever's going to develop on the site. So things are slightly different this time around.
Right. And what was its journey? Sean Mulrine, I think, had it first of all, and then it probably went through NAM or something, did it? Or into...
God, how long have you got? How long is your show this morning? We'll go back to the start of 1991.
Is that where it went?
Yeah, it has a checkered past. There's been a couple of applications on it. There's been a couple of decisions made on it in the past. None of them ever came to fruition. Some of them weren't viable. Obviously, we had an economic crash, but this time is different. You know, the timing is very, very good for us now at the moment. In terms of the market, in terms of interest, in terms of people who would wish to develop a town centre site like this. And that's the key here. This is town centre. If you think of other retail developments, they tend to be out of town developments, and we're all kind of aware of those and used to those, and they can suck the lifeblood out of a town. But what this development will do is it puts it right back in the heart of the town. And the retail that goes in here will not only benefit from all the other existing retail that's in the town and the huge footfall that we have in that area, but the rest of the town will then benefit. So it's a win-win situation, and I think it's just ideal timing, and I think it's probably one of the best located sites in the Greater Dublin area for town centre retail development.
Right, it's Bray Main Street, or just the access to it can be there, or Queensborough Road, or the Florence Road, is it?
Yeah, we'll have a Florence Road access, we'll have a Queensborough Lane access, we'll have Main Street access, and we'll have Eglinton access. So it really is core central to the town. It's accessible.
Right. Now, how big is it?
It's 8,000 square metres in total, and it's made up of two large anchor units, a number of retail, I think about 8 retail units, 3 restaurants, 5-screen cinema, 250 car parking spaces.
They'll be underground, will they, or on top of it?
Yeah, it'll be underground. It's called Undercroft. It's kind of because of the difference in levels of the site on Main Street to Eglinton side. It's accessible from one side, but it's underground from the other.
Okay.
You know, the incline of the site. But yeah, it's certainly, and I like the design of it. It incorporates sort of a new shopping street through the town that'll another connection from Main Street to Queensborough Road. So it'll have that kind of circular pattern of footfall and bring the other areas into it then as well. We haven't enclosed it. We haven't gone for that kind of very old design of shopping mall, you know, with the shops on the inside and no daylight. So this is outside. There's a civic plaza to it. There's I think it's a nice design. We've located the restaurants where outdoor dining will pick up the southerly aspect of that. So it's a clever design. I like it, and it works well with the rest of the
How high does it go up?
It's 3-storey in height. Now, it's not as high as the previously approved An Bord Pleanála. The permission was given by An Bord Pleanála before, so it is actually slightly lower than that. I don't have the exact figure to hand,
but it's 3 stories. There was a hotel in one of the configurations one time as well, wasn't there?
There's been all sorts of things thrown into the mix there over the years.
But there's no hotel in this one anyway.
There's no hotel, no.
The 5 complex cinema anyway there.
Yeah.
The 5-screen cinema.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are happy to see a cinema coming back to Bray. I know a lot of people would have mentioned it to me over the years. It's something that they felt was a great loss to the town. That'll serve, that'll bring a bit of nighttime activity into the area as well. That's very important. Like, we have our purple flag in Bray, as you know, and that's an award for a safe, nice environment at night time. So I think the cinema will add to that and complement to that as well.
Right. So Wicklow County Council and owning the site, you've got to go to a developer to develop it. What is this? Because you're basically providing the site. It's up to the anchor tenants to go in. It's up to cinema operator to even see if it's viable. There's a few things to get through. You can't just say, we've got the site here, and these things are available for you to use, if nobody's going to be interested.
Look, there's a little ways to go yet. You're quite correct in that. But we have a very good hand here. We have a very, very good site. We have very, very good timing in terms of market demand. We have a town that's set to grow to, we have a targeted population at Bray of 40,000 people by 2028. That's a substantial urban centre in the Greater Dublin area. You know, Bray is a big player in the Greater Dublin area, and we should remember that. And it's a very attractive site for somebody that wants to...
And you retain ownership of the site?
Well, look, we'll have to enter into negotiation with a partner on this. Obviously, we don't have the money Wicklow County Council doesn't have the money to build this, so we'll have to enter into some arrangement, some agreement with a third party on this. And look, that'll be part of the negotiation.
So you could sell the site, could you?
I wouldn't be in favour of selling the site, because what I like about us owning the site and having acquired the planning permission is that it keeps an element of control. We have a hand in the game still. You saw what happened, like we just talked about the very long history of that site. That's what happens when you lose control of a site and you hand it fully over to a developer. You lose control, and then the developer decides what he's going to do. But we have a very good hand in this still, and that's to our advantage in this. To see this, I mean, we're hoping, we're approximating 2.5 years on this. So I think it'll do well.
250 new parking spaces. Part of the derelict site has been used for parking anyway. Accessibility and traffic management. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, of course we've considered it, and when you get to the construction stage, you know, when you've gotten to your tender and you get to your construction stage, you would have a construction management plan, and that would be the same with every type of development. I think we're always going to have to accept that there will be, there'll be some, obstructions. There's obviously going to be some impediments to the town when we're during the construction phase. But look, that's the same with all construction. We have to look at how we're going to have an alternative system for parking there as well. We have to look at a couple of sites around the town and see if we can provide alternative parking.
And then when it's built, there are times of the day when Bray Main Street is very difficult to get down, more than up. When it's actually there and it's a draw, you hope, for people to come in and shop. How do they get in successfully, out successfully?
Well, look, that's the beauty of it having a town centre site like that. That it's you walk to it. You know, you don't necessarily have to drive down to your town centre. I mean, people go shopping in Dublin city centre the whole time. They don't always bring their car with them. There is public transport, there's walking, there's buses, there's cycle routes. We want to encourage people to shop within the town, because if people stay within the town, that money then stays within the town and stays in the traders, and it trickles back down into everybody. We don't want people jumping into their cars and going to Carrickmines or all of those other places out there. This is our town centre, and this is where we can bring the most economic benefit to everybody within the town.
When does negotiation, and who does it, with proposed anchor tenants?
The negotiation will be done by Wicklow County Council, the executive there. I have good faith in them to do that. They've shown good leadership on this so far. It was a smart move to buy the site back when they did, and to bring it to this level. We've engaged professional advice so far in terms of design and how to bring this to market and how to successfully market it. So I've good faith in Wicklow County Council to be able to lead this, and the councillors will obviously be kept informed as we go along on it, and we will have input. But
have they got experience of talking to, I don't know who anchor tenants are these days? Is it Marks and Spencers, or is it Dunnes Stores, or do they have that sort of experience to talk to people like that?
Well, that's where you engage professionals as well. That's where you get advice on how to bring things to market and how to engage with these anchor stores. I mean, it's not a new science. Like every town, a lot of these developments depend on getting the right anchor in. What we have here is a very, very attractive site with a good population, with a good footfall, very, very well serviced. I don't think we're going to have a problem attracting an anchor tenant into this. but it's getting the right anchor tenant into it, because obviously that's going to input into the type of other retail that goes in there as well, and it's going to have a wider economic benefit for the town as well. So I'd be keen to get the right anchor into it. I'm sure everybody.
Right. Well, the big site that's been there, the hole in the ground for so many years, and as you say, we've been talking. I don't know, is it close to 30? At least it's 25 or something anyway, of talking about this particular place to redevelop it. So it looks like this time it's going to happen.
Yeah, I'd be confident it's going to happen this time. But sure, maybe I'll talk to you in 2 or 3 years.
Okay, and so tenders will be out when?
I don't have the detail on that at the moment.
But it's...
well, I mean, the most important... Look, we got the planning permission. Had we not received the planning permission, we couldn't proceed. So that's the most important step so far, is to have gotten the permission. That's a very positive green light. And we'll be going out there now.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, keep us informed.
I will do, Declan.
And maybe by the end of 2018, there'll be a new look to Bray Main Street, the biggest town. That's a staggering number of proposed population of Bray, 40,000 in the next few years.
By 2028. That's the figures we have in our development plan anyway. So.
That's a lot. Yeah. Okay. Stephen Matthews there, Chair of the Municipal part of Wicklow County Council for Bray. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Thank you. Okay, 087 77 11 103 is the text number if you want to have a comment on that. 087 77 11 103. Theresa May is going to make her speech